Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's TechBan. Welcome back to this dramatic reading of Order and Chaos by Tatsuro. Chapter 10. The actual Chapter 10. In Footsteps. As Discord slowly grew older, the things Sheogorath had him do changed. Being older and more experienced meant less freedom to do whatever he wanted, but in exchange it brought new areas for fun he never even considered. Sheogorath had taken to sending Discord on quests throughout the Isles and beyond. This could involve anything from fetching an item to trapping or destroying specific types of animals, and even mediating between the Golden Saints and the Dark Seducers when they clashed, which they frequently did. Discord still didn't like the Golden Saints' uptight attitude, and the Dark Seducers left him feeling odd, but he found himself drifting towards dementia more and more when he had free times on the Isles. For some reason, this mightily moved Sheogorath and Saragween. One thing Discord found surprising was that there were a great many more lessons now. Before he began to talk, Sheogorath had let him more or less run free, both physically and magically. Now he was being taught how magic worked in the various realms of Artibus, Anua, and Padme. Amiel and Sithris, Deja and Aja, and even his own magic. Not any of these things worked with and influenced each of these things. It was a lot for him to take in, but he struggled to do so since Sheogorath was rather insistent he understand these things. Admittedly, the knowledge seemed to make his magic stronger and let him wield more of his powers in realms other than the Shivering Isles and Mundus. But it hurt his head to keep all that knowledge. He didn't want to think. He wanted to live and have fun. Was that so wrong? Anytime he voiced these complaints along these lines, Sheogorath would back off, letting him take a break from lessons and just enjoy himself. But each time he did, a look of worry crossed the Mad Prince's face, dashed away by whatever mad gallivant they got up to next. That look of worry always scared Discord. It was the same look Sheogorath had when he obliterated the first obelisk he discovered on the Isles. It was why Discord hadn't told him of the two other obelisks he discovered since. As a result, he kept his complaints to himself. Every so often he did vent to one of the other Daedra who were his friends, but they never seemed to know what to say. Klagos Vile always seemed to get especially somber when he vented to him. So Discord now did the only thing he could do. Leaving a note for his dad that he was off to clear his head, he made his way into Mundus. He swam through the air slowly, struggling to both think and not think at the same time, as he went looking for something, anything, to help bring his mind into focus. He wanted to help his dad. He wanted to make him proud of him. He wanted him to stay his dad. But the gray man... Discord shuddered slightly. One thing he hadn't told anyone was that an obelisk had appeared right next to him as he had been taking a nap on the islands, and he experienced the nightmare of a gray man clad in metal reaching for him. He hadn't told anyone about the nightmare, but he'd had it every so often since. What was strange that it wasn't the gray man himself that made the nightmare frightening, or even that it was reaching for him. It was a sense of echoing loneliness and implacable dreadness within the gray man that filled Discord with dread, as though the very existence of the gray man and his nature erased the very concept of hope. Well, what a strange creature to find in Ghostgate. Discord let a yelp as he pulled himself from his thoughts, finding himself in a tall tower in front of a white-haired human with ancient eyes. The human was garbed in a simple black armor, and seemed rather unassuming in a normal sense. "Sorry, I wasn't watching where I was." Discord's voice trailed off as his other senses kicked in. He couldn't see an aura of power like he could with the Daedra, or an inherent link to the energies of the world as he had with the Akatosh. In fact, he sensed nothing. Everything about this individual just screamed perfectly ordinary human. But But something much deeper inside Discord's soul screamed all the louder that this being was anything but mortal. The human chuckled softly. Well now, you're much more perceptive than anyone I've met like this before. However, I think I'll keep things like this. If I didn't, things would get complicated. He took a seat, silently inviting Discord to join him. Besides, you're looking for a solution to a problem you barely understand. And old men are much easier to accept advice from, wouldn't you say? We've, how you say, seen it all. Discord floated over to eye level with the man. Who are you? He asked carefully. You may call me Wolf, Discord, the man responded readily. And you're scared for yourself, your father, and the future? Discord nodded. Akatosh had known more than expected, and the Daedra frequently had extra information than what they should. This being, whoever he was likely greater than Eldra or Daedra. Probably something he hadn't learned about yet, so it wasn't unreasonable that he'd know a lot more. Yeah, the Gray Man. Wolf gently stroked Discord's short white hair, rubbing his head between horn and antler. You are a strange being. You have a cruel mind, a good heart, impish mischief, and so much love it scares you because of how easily losing it could destroy you. When you appeared on the Isles, you felt safe because all around you could not be lost. Except now you know the one most important to you could be. Can't I fix it? Discord asked worriedly. I don't want to lose him. I don't think he wants you to fix it, Wolf offered compassionately. He is your father. It is in the nature of good fathers to protect their children from that which they do not want them to have to face. He looked Discord right in the eyes. Would you like that advice now? Discord nodded eagerly. Yes, I would. Time is not yet as short as either of you believe, Wolf explained. For now, enjoy life and your time together. You will have a chance to grow up before you have to grow up. He paused, glancing back and forth before leaning in to whisper. It isn't my business, and Akatosh would be unhappy if he knew. But I've made sure of it. Grinning conspiratoriously. Wow, thanks for that one, Tatsuro. An expression Discord quickly mirrored. Wolf sat back. My second bit of advice is something I know from experience. The very experience that allows me to be here to pass it on to you. If you are daring and willing to risk all for that which is most important to you, and above all, stay determined, there is always another solution, if you're willing to face it. Discord blinked in surprise. Somehow the words, as cryptic and nonspecific as they were, had relaxed many of his worries. Thanks, Mr. Wolf, he offered warmly. I don't know why, but I feel much better now. Smiling, Wolf held out a golden coin. This is my lucky coin, Discord, he offered warmly. It has brought me luck, and to everyone I have ever loaned it out to. I think you will need it more than anyone else now. He gently laid the coin in Discord's lion's paw. And one last piece of advice. Don't fear the tower. Discord's gaze turned to the coin as he turned it over, feeling the luck magic inside it. He then blinked at those last words. What do you... When he looked up, Wolf was gone as though he had never been there. There weren't even boot or butt imprints in the dusk of the tower. Discord grinned widely. Oh, he's good! Now feeling orders of magnitude better, he he flowed away. Elsewhere in reality, a pointy-eared bean stood beside Wolf. I bet he won't figure it out. 1,000 souls says he succeeds, Wolf responded readily. Make it 2,000 he fails, the pointy-eared man responded. This will surely be entertaining. Wolf chuckled softly, slowly appearing younger and more full of fire. You're on, Vervik. Hello again, folks. Sincerest apologies that there was a big delay with the last chapter and this one. I had editing software crap out on me. I let Tatsuro know because honestly I try to keep him in the loop as much as possible. This is his baby. I'm just trying to bring it to life. But there was that delay. Hopefully I can get back on track and get you guys more wonderful content in the coming days. Also, Vervik didn't he show up in Morrowind? I think he physically shows up and you have to kill him if you screw up the main quest line. It is possible to kill him to finish the storyline, but yes, it means you literally have to kill a god. At least as I think who it is. I may have my Divine Beings mixed up. I don't play a ton of Elder Scrolls, so that's a very real possibility. In the meantime, folks, I'm hoping you're enjoying this. I know I'm enjoying making it. And I hope to see you all in the next one. In the meantime, I wish you all good luck, good hunting, and safe travels, my Benditos.